Hi Sag, welcome back to your channel. All right, guys, so let's talk about your week ahead, okay? So for Sagittarius this week ahead, you're going to have a big win this week, okay? This is the first card that wanted to come out for you. We have Trophy here. All right, so expect this week to have a win or a victory. Expect your reputation to increase in positivity. All right, you could have a lot of success, a key experience. There's something about upgrading your merit, writing down your goals or putting your intentions out there for your goals, maybe achieving a certain goal that you wanted for a long time, receiving recognition, receiving fame. You deserve an award. You could feel very ambitious and you're making some type of incredible achievement this week. All right. So very, very nice. We also have man here. In clarifying the man, we have ball and chain. Okay. So there could be someone significant here with the ball and chain that feels stuck about you or stuck in this situation with you. They could feel weighed down. They could feel like there's a lot of restrictions. This person could be battling addictions. They could feel a heavy burden on their back. They come with baggage. They could be very codependent. They feel trapped. And this person could be in a difficult relationship. Okay, so there's something significant about a masculine here who's going through these things that may come towards you this week or may just be in your energy. We have church. All right, so yeah. Very nice. Lots of faith-like cards coming out. This talks about principle, religion, dogma, family values, marriage, structure, belief system, collective consciousness, tradition, and programming. And then we have bridge here, which is the card of communication. So we have communication, uniting, connecting, integrating, share, collaboration, harmony, compromise, and overcoming barriers. All right, so what I'm getting is that there's obviously someone here who could be coming towards you, confessing something or revealing the truth about something, or they're shedding light on a situation where you may have felt very confused or you needed clarity. So someone's coming in to clarify, all right? They're coming in with those truths that maybe were shielded before that you could not really get from them. We also have emotions, so expect to be a little emotional this week. It says emotions are like waves. They're in and out, crashing and unpredictable. All right, so this could be a little bit of an emotional week for you. We have ascending. All right, so you definitely are learning new things about yourself. You also could have learned a big lesson recently. You're transcending. You're preparing for union or preparing for your new phase in life. And last but not least, we have moving. So some of you guys could be moving or you need to move something very quickly. Maybe you're getting a job relocation. And so you need to box up your desk. There could be also energy of like hoarding. So like maybe it's time to declutter, reorganize, to donate things that no longer serve you. All right. But there's energy of moving and also a connection finally receives movement. Something that could have felt very stagnant. Someone's coming towards you this week. All right. So someone who is boxed up, someone who needs to, release something or share something with you. There also could be a significant environment change happening very soon. All right. So you're moving. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get some messages for you. Give me some messages for my Saggy. Should I use this deck? Let's use this one. Give me some messages for Sagittarius this week ahead. What can they expect? What can my Saggies expect this week ahead? All right, we have here the Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck and also the Knight of Swords. Okay, so this is an incredible combo. With that Knight of Wands, you're going to be taking some type of impulsive action. Something is coming towards you, an opportunity. We do have the Ace of Wands here. So you're getting handed some type of opportunity, something to work with here. And I see you seizing this opportunity with the Knight of Swords, and with that Knight of Wands taking an impulsive action. All right. So you're kind of not thinking too much. You could be in a very positive space this week, feeling very like you're following faith, especially with the church being here. You have a lot of faith about maybe what's coming towards you. And I see you taking action. I see you being very bold. All right. So first and foremost, we have the Tower. So something unexpected is happening beginning of this week, and we're going to clarify that. We have the card that says be bold. Okay. So something's telling you to take action, step out your comfort zone, do something differently. We have the Ace of Wands, the card of opportunity. So opportunity is knocking on your door this week. And then we have the Eight of Swords, okay? So almost like it's almost like you can't think too much. You can't think too much when this comes across your desk or whatever this opportunity comes in. You're going to have to act, because with that Eight of Swords, this is the energy of like doubting yourself, having fears. So you almost have to be quicker than your fears, quicker than your thoughts, your intrusive thoughts. And I see right before you're about to take this opportunity, you start to doubt something. All right. So you almost have to work quicker than your negative thinking. You have to kind of just make the action without getting, lost in the sauce. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Give me some messages. Tell me about these cards before me for Sagittarius. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so you could be in a little bit of a stump or a rut. Maybe you're feeling some very strong, energy right now, but it's short-lived. That's what I'm getting. It's very short-lived. And especially if you take action towards what's coming towards you this week, it'll be even shorter. So if you're feeling like in a rut, if you're feeling a little down, maybe a little depressive from here and there, it requires change, like taking action, doing something to prompt you towards this new phase. You're entering a new phase, okay? That has been a really big theme for you. With that Tower, I feel like unexpected change is coming towards you. So whether it's something that excites you or it could be something that stresses you out, it's for the better. It kind of invokes this change of direction that's needed to push you towards your desires, okay? What's the Tower? What's happening with the Tower? What is this that Sag is not expecting? Tell me about the Tower. Okay, so we have the End of Greed card, and we also have the Six of Cups. First and foremost, you're going back to a very nostalgic time where your money was just kind of flowing very easily, where you weren't living paycheck to paycheck, when you weren't stressing about money, during also moving towards like saving more. Okay, so you're going to be making enough money to pay your bills on time. You're also going to be making enough money to save your money, like have a savings account and build that savings account over time, or even to invest, properly into your retirement fund, or just any investments that you have. I see you now changing your perception, especially about money. So there could have been a deep focus when it comes to how you could be successful. If you're on the right path, reaffirming yourself, finding confidence in that. You spent too much time worried about your finances, okay, or worried about your career. You're stepping back into the spotlight now, okay? So there's something very nostalgic coming towards you, whatever you do for work. Maybe there was a time at work where you were always recognized for your efforts. You were getting so many upgrades, so many promotions. You were getting big bonuses, big commissions. that is coming back towards you. You're stepping back into that mindset where you feel like money can flow to you freely. I feel like you've done some money work, like, your confidence. You became more confident in your belief and your faith that you can make the money that you desire, or have the career that you desire, or the business that you desire. So that is translating for you this week. The beginning changes are happening this week for you. All right, so it's like the first turning point. Sorry, guys, my nose is running. All right, so you got out of your head. You got out of this energy of like where money was very restrictive. Maybe your approach to money was very restrictive. That's changing. You're going back into a more carefree spirit when it comes to your income flow, when it comes to your material success, and also your career or business. And it's not a way of just not being responsible. You're actually becoming way more responsible. But it's just an energy of allowing money to flow towards you. There was a very restrictive energy you had for so long with your financial, and it's changing now. You're going back to your old way of being, just allowing money to flow towards you. This could start with creating a schedule, or maybe at work you're going to get a new schedule. So you could be pushed into a new schedule, a new department, and that is going to allow your money to kind of change, okay? It could be as simple as maybe working nights. And now that you're working nights, you're able to, maybe this is, instead of working during the day, this allows you to like budget, meal prep, and have your stuff in order so that you can kind of get your money back into the energy that you like. All right. Maybe if you're a business owner, you're putting yourself back on a schedule. Maybe you only had your employees on a schedule, or maybe you took some time off. You're putting yourself back on the schedule. You're planning maybe some marketing things like some sales, some offers, and it's going to pay off very nicely for you. But the gist of this message is just telling you to plan ahead, schedule, prioritize your tasks, and come up with a routine of like going to bed at the same time every night and waking up the same time every night, and just planning what you do within your day, organizing your time. Time management is just very, very, it's significant here for your finances to change very quickly, by the way. Okay. All right. So going back to the old way of things, Six of Cups, and it feels very nostalgic to you, and it feels happy because you were making money and retaining your money. Okay. Or you're able to expand your money, like saving it. Now we have Be Bold here. So there could be a change in your appearance this week. Maybe you're getting more dressed up than you have in some weeks. Maybe you're going to go get your hair done this week, or you're going to your barber appointment this week. You could be getting your nails done this week. Something is also energetically changing you. It's like as soon as you make this physical change, whatever you're doing, even if you're like going back to the gym again, it allows you to be more magnetic in your long journey, okay? Something is very slow and steady because it has longevity, whatever you're walking towards, all right? But changing your appearance, and that doesn't just mean like changing your hair, putting on makeup. That may even mean like making sure that you're walking, making sure that you're doing cardio, being in the gym, strength training, Pilates. Doing something like that helps you to quicken the pace of your desires coming towards you. So getting active, or also just being bold. Being bold with your appearance. Let's see, what is this about? It's like having to look the part for whatever part that you're trying to manifest. You're stepping into a new identity, and so you have to look the part. This helps you to get out of some type of funk, okay? So it's all about like organizing your time management, creating a schedule. It's about dressing the part. It changes your mindset. I feel like before you just didn't have much to get excited about in your life. But this week changes that. It's like you start to get excited the more that you do for yourself. The self-love, self-care, prioritizing your goals, prioritizing your time. All right. Really, creating structure in your life helps you to feel more centered in your life, like your life is valuable, or just even the things that you're going to be getting into become more valuable for you because you feel more organized and your finances are obviously increasing here. You're finding some type of balance, okay? So a good work and life balance. Maybe you're balancing yourself out by just having a schedule and not running around with your head cut off, okay? But you're finding some type of balance. Balance is being restored here. You're also gaining a lot of support as well as you are putting more self-care into your routine. So if you're taking care of yourself, if you're dressing up well, if you're changing your wardrobe, whatever you're doing here with the be bold, maybe just speaking up in meetings, okay? Just doing those tiny things, maybe checking up on your customers, sending them a hello, checking in email, or just, speaking to them more, being more personable in your appointments, things like that kind of restores balance financially for you, but also like makes you feel centered. I don't know what that's about. Let's see. Talking about the Four of Cups. Tell me about the Four of Cups here. Two of Pentacles. There's a certain guilt that you feel about maybe not being like showing gratitude about certain things. Like maybe you're looking around, you're seeing your blessings little by little. You're seeing little changes that the universe is working with you to provide. And you start to feel a little guilty, like you kind of were just not appreciating the beauty of your life. Okay, so that also could be coming up. Now, also, too, there is an apology coming towards you this week from someone. It feels like you're not interested in this apology. Also, with the long way card being here, this person has a long way to go before they gain your trust or gain your respect. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing as well. Someone could be very bold by apologizing. They could be bringing you some type of peace offering here. It feels like you still feel like this person has a long way to go with you. Like you're not really interested in that. Okay, so there's an apology coming in. All right. Now, balance as well. So if you've been working a lot, it's a good time to make sure that you're taking, some of you guys may be working a lot of overtime and that's making you happy because you're able to stack your money, save your money. Make sure that you make time for yourself to visualize. And that's just downtime. Make sure you take a weekend off so that you can visualize. Okay. There's an energy of that, like needing to have something visually in your head to work towards. If you're working all the time, it's hard for you to come up with that vision. So I don't know. There's something here where also too, what you're doing now is not what you're going to be doing forever. Okay. I see there's a deeper desire for you financially or a deeper desire for you career or business wise. This is just a stepping stone. Okay. But the more that you're bolder, that you speak up, that you network, that you meet new people, go to new environments, that's how you bring that desire in faster. Okay. Now, there's a really good opportunity coming towards you this week. You could be hearing back from a job offer that you got the job, or you're getting you're being recognized for some type of job promotion. Maybe you're getting called into the office for a yearly review or quarterly review, and you're getting a lot of recognition from your management. You could be getting good reviews from your clients, your customers with something. There's word of mouth going on about you, like positive things people are saying about you, and it's upping your reputation. So there's an opportunity coming from that very, very soon. Let's see what that's about. You're getting such good news, good feedback about something. It kind of lets you know that you're in the right direction. Tell me about this Ace of Wands. Lots of support right now, even from strangers or people who don't even know you that well. Maybe you consider your coworkers strangers or your boss a stranger. Okay, but Six of Wands, like being handed a victory, something that you work towards. So your reputation is preceding you right now. You have a lot of support. I see you being really happy about this, okay? but you also keep it under wraps. You don't show your excitement with that King of Cups. There's a mature way of how you're internalizing that excitement or that happiness. What's the Six of Wands? What's this win or this victory coming in for Sagittarius this week? All right, so you're getting good recognition from someone who could be a higher up than you with a coach. This could be someone who likes to give you advice or someone who tries to teach you some type of system. There's someone here that you may look to them for their acceptance, okay? Like if they're a manager because they, sign your checks, or they're the ones who offer these new roles. There's some type of higher up around you that's very, very happy with your progress. All right, so someone's going to be telling you that. Also, your victory is inner peace, I'm telling you, I feel like you have dealt with a lot of overthinking, anxiety in the past, and you're just coming out of that very beautifully. What used to be a lot of intrusive thoughts now feel like a very calm and sound mind, okay? So you're just feeling it's a very simple recognition, but you also feel a lot of inner peace or tranquility when this is being said to you. I'm talking to someone that even when they used to get praise, they would shy away from that. But this time, you're not shying away from it. You're also not getting overly excited, even if you feel like it. It just makes you feel at peace. And you also have peace as well, like home, work, life balance. You're getting into a really good balance. A really good schedule could be offered to you, where you can time block working really hard, but then when you're off of work, you can also relax and restore and rejuvenate. Okay, so lots of good news coming towards you. Someone's very pleased with what you're doing, so there's another opportunity coming from this person or through this person. Okay, King of Pentacles could be upping your income. See your income increasing this year. Okay, so you're going to be offered very soon a bigger role, or you could be charging more for your services. You can increase your services or your products very, very soon, whatever you offer here with the King of Pentacles. All right, so even though you're getting all of this really good news, you still have a little bit of sorrow. There is an energy of the Eight of Swords, okay, that those doubts, those fears creeping back in. Let's see why. Okay, you still have a burden around you. 10 of Wands. You still have some hard work that still needs to be done. You may have a lot of responsibilities right now. Even though you're learning how to prioritize your task and your responsibilities, there may be the responsibilities of others that are pushed on you at this time. So that kind of makes you start to think negatively. All right. You may also be still dealing with some type of major disappointment from the past. All right, so there's a little energy of that. Remember to stay very organized in your schedule. This card can sometimes talk about, like, even with the energy of procrastination. Do not procrastinate this week. If you do, you will get into your head. Okay, so that's a warning. Anything that you need to get done, just go ahead and get it done. I see that you're going to have a better work-life balance or responsibility-life balance. So if you tackle the things that seem really hard right now to do, you'll feel much better towards the end of the week. But if you don't, it'll just pile on. And then by the end of the week, you're going to feel really sunken. So just make sure to, no matter how you're feeling, no matter what intrusive thoughts come into your head this week, still get up and do what you have to do. If you need to plan this week ahead, go ahead and do that, because that's going to help you to stay very sound in your mind. Tell me about the Five of Cups for Sag. All right. There's a burden within your family right now that could be stressing you out. Could be with your children, could be with your husband or wife, could be with your parents, your siblings. Okay, there's family drama going on that could really be making you feel like you're suffering or make you feel very down and out. Okay, also could be in your household, because I'm kind of seeing like doing amazing things outside of the house or when you're in your own bubble. But when you're coming back home or when you're around your family, you feel very burdened. You feel restricted. There's also an energy of like not having a lot of support. Not because family doesn't love you, but because family could be going through it right now. Okay. Whoever this family is, you may have to end up being the support system when you need the most support right now. And so that just kind of puts on a very heavy burden towards you. So there's something about like just tackling that, not avoiding that. If you have a family member who really needs your help right now and you're going to help them and they're calling you, but you want to avoid the call, don't procrastinate. Just see what they need, get it done, come back home, and then feel refreshed. Okay. So it's almost like not procrastinating something that may feel very heavy to carry out right now. What is that? If you're married, you could be having marriage problems right now. You don't want to procrastinate talking about that with your partner or figuring that out. That's only going to stress you out more. If there's another family member who is married, maybe their relationship could be very toxic and it could be stressing you out, having to be there for your sibling, having to be there for your parent, whoever this person is, okay? If you feel like someone is lying in your relationship, for those of you who are married, you feel like someone's doing something under the wraps, but you're kind of ignoring it. You don't need to wait till the last minute to confront this situation. You should confront it this week. Almost feels like whatever the situation is, whether it's family drama or it's your drama within your connection, you may feel like it's not worth it. Okay, like something feels very invaluable to you. Something just feels beneath you at this point. With the Five of Pentacles, you kind of want to leave this situation or this person out in the cold, but it's telling you to confront the situation. You have the You Can card. You have the You Can card being here. So it's telling you that you can do something. You can stand up for yourself. You can have this conversation, this difficult conversation. You can. What's the outcome? Hermit. Okay. Almost like after you deal with it, there is an energy of like not having like quietness, stillness, peace. Like you confront the monster in the room and then the monster like scurries, okay? So whether that's someone like who just leaves for a little bit or someone who just cuts communication, but at least you almost feel like the burden is off your back because you confronted something or you dealt with something. There's a lot of solitude after whatever is happening this week. Whatever situation you have to confront, after it, things go quiet, but it feels like a positive, like something turns into a very positive direction here. It's telling you to use strategy or just not to be super emotional when you have this conversation. And it starts to transition. So whether you're waiting for someone to move, okay, like that starts the beginning steps of this person's movement. If you're wanting someone to change, that starts the beginning steps of this person's change. And there's no need to be overly emotional about it, even though it's been burdening you. Just be very strategic. Keep your cards very close to your chest and demand what you need. If you need respect, if you need better communication, if you need someone's actions to change, demand it or say it very bluntly, very directly. I see immediately after that Hermit energy. So this person may go away for a while. You may not hear from them for a while. You may go away for a while, but there's a very positive outcome. You get success by shooting your shot or saying what you need to say. Okay. Let's see. What's your advice this week? Again, someone's apologizing to you this week. Okay. This says there's no planet B, which is just translates to there's no plan B. So whatever this opportunity that's coming towards you, you need to just seize that opportunity. You know, even if it's about having a conversation with someone, there's no plan B. This is the only way to tackle this situation is just by confronting something. And it's saying yes, okay? You can. Or yes, you're going to have a victory in this. Yes, you're going to have success in whatever this is. We have better alone than in bad company. Maybe this is how you feel, like you're avoiding a situation, you're avoiding a person or a group. But I do see that you're going to have to confront that situation this week. And if you're able to do that, then that changes the narrative, that changes the scenario, that changes the outcome. We have don't care if you don't like me, okay? So you also may be in the room or around people that you know that necessarily are not your biggest support system, but keep doing you, Sag. You have the proof by that 6 of Wands, that victory that you're doing something right, okay? And I see you having inner peace, so you don't need anyone's opinion of your direction. Last but not least, we have do not push me, okay? I don't know if someone's being very demanding right now. Family could be very demanding towards you right now. You may feel like you want to snap. But there is something that is a responsibility of yours, or because of your lineage, your bloodline, and who you are in this generation, it's up to you. Like it feels like a big ancestral responsibility. All right, so it's up to you to do something. You also may feel like someone who's coming towards you, they don't need to push you to like going off or, setting them straight. I don't feel like you're going to be put in that position, okay? If anything, you definitely are coming in very intimidating towards whatever is burdening you. All right, so there is that, inferior complex for sure. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I wanted to make sure I got your reading out earlier today, so I hope that you guys enjoy. I'm wishing you guys the most positive week ahead. Of course, I'll be delivering the readings for you this week, helping you get through. And yeah, until next time, Sag, okay, have a great week, set your intentions, make your schedule or manage your time well. That's going to help you so much. Do not procrastinate and go ahead and have that conversation if needed. There's someone here that you're going to be speaking truth, or even if it's not just only truth, is wisdom. You're speaking wisdom into them, and they're going to go away for a while after that, like almost like they're being sent on a self-discovery vacation. And you may not speak to them for a while. So at least if you're feeling that burdening energy, it's going to die down after you say the truth or speak your truth. Even if it feels like it's not worth it, it is. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Bye, y'all.